Chase Field right now. Luke Lyddon, been in the ballpark all night. Got to see this atmosphere firsthand. Luke, set the stage for us. What was it like out there?
Oh, man, I don't think I have enough words to describe it, but it was loud. Very, very loud. I've never really been to a baseball game quite like the one we had tonight. From before the game, there was a line that extended about a mile just to enter Chase Field. Then we had the national anthem for both countries with the fans singing along to every single word. And like you were mentioning, whenever Team Mexico scored a run or even just made a single play like a base hit, the crowd kept getting louder and louder and louder. It was 100% a home game for Team Mexico. I'd say it was about 70-30 split in favor of Mexico. It was quite an experience. You really had to be here to take it all in for all these spectators, and makes you imagine what it was like for all the players on the field, including former D-back Paul Goldschmidt, who is now on Team USA for the second time in his career. Take a look. You know, you heard Goldie just say there, it's like a college football game. I think it was more like the Ryder Cup, with the fans just going crazy from the first pitch to the very last. And right now, Team USA is trailing 11-5 in the bottom of the ninth inning. And up next for Team USA will be Canada tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Luke, this is USA lineup is so stacked. Were you surprised by how they struggled tonight? Yeah. It was not a good baseball game for them.
Yeah, you heard in my story just now, oh, we had the stacked lineup. It could be the dream team. It's such an amazing roster, which it is. There's so much talent. But I was a little surprised. But I guess when you really realize this truly felt like a home game for Team Mexico, maybe they were a little more amped up, a little more energy, had a little more to prove, perhaps, against this Team USA team. I know they haven't played each other in about 10 years. So I think they just had a little more edge to them. And when you have that crowd going crazy behind them with every single play, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that, how can you not win, right?
Yeah, definitely. That lineup, I mean, while they're stacked, they definitely have something to prove when they get out there. Happy Sunday, everyone. Good evening. We're not tired yet. Cameron Cox, Luke Lyddon in for Elena Washington. Welcome to 12 Sports Tonight. Kevin Durant on the comeback, but he is also beefing with Suns legend Charles Barkley. It's just...
It always happens.
Always happens, right? Plus, our 12 Sports insider, Dan Bickley, weighing in on if and when the Cardinals could trade DeAndre Hopkins.
Plus, who made the cut and who didn't for the D-backs roster, and how's that March Madness bracket looking? Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it, but we're going to have to. Coming up, we can't avoid it. But first, the best of the night, as we always do. Clayton Keller stands alone. Second best season by a Coyote ever, and we still got 8 games to go in the season. We had a great comeback, too, by the Yotes. Down 3-2 in the third. Keller going to tie it up with his 36th goal of the season, tying Keith Kachuk's third most goals scored in the season by a Coyote.
They were not supposed to be very good.
Yeah.
And here they are surprising folks. I want to say they're not going to advance this rebuild. They're not speeding it up. But, man, Keller, with him being so young, it's great to see him
24 years old.
Have those, like, Devin Booker-like performances, right?
And he's doing it on such a consistent basis. And what I think people
You can build around that.
You can. It should give fans more optimism on a year when they were supposed to be the worst in the league. Now they're not the worst in the league, so it's going to affect their draft stock. But he's coming off that broken leg.
Yeah,
he's having the best career in his year off a broken leg, a gruesome injury. I just hope we do not take him for granted.
Yeah, I agree. Build around him. Bring him some guys, too.
And, you know, I love a good hypothetical, don't you? Let's pretend the NBA playoffs started today. Where would your Phoenix Suns stand? And I got to say, it's not a bad spot. Sitting with the 4th overall seed with home court advantage. And if this stands, they would face the Los Angeles Clippers. And remember, Paul George is out with injury.
Speaking of JG, Day 1 of the NFL meetings, owners' meetings, and look what he's doing. What all new coaches do when the sponsors are around,
it's the most important part of the job, getting scanned for the Madden video game.
Yeah, they got to get that right. Very simple. Do you think the D-backs are going to make the playoffs or not? 66% say no. Luke, do you agree?
I do agree. Vegas has them making the playoffs at plus 550 odds, which means that's a no. Yeah. I tend to agree. I think they'll do well. I think they'll probably hover on the 80-85 win mark, but I don't think they make the playoffs.
That's where, if the bullpen could be better, then maybe. We'll have to wait and see. They should be better. We'll be right back.